Hi, it's Susan again. And I promised you that I would come back and talk to you all day long. So it's still the same day. And I've got more to share with you. I want to talk with you today about is I'm going to put together a formulation. I just got off the phone with my sister, whose phone called me, but she didn't really call me. And her phone calling me and not her really calling me, which of course is funny in itself, is the conversation I want to have. So we were talking, and I use words like primary and secondary to define equations of primary is your spiritual self. That is your world inside of you that theoretically feels like no one else can see. It's where spirit lives. It's where all your hopes and dreams live, and all your conversations that never get spoken into. Secondary. Secondary is this reality from which you're viewing me on right now. That's what I consider secondary. Primary is where you have conversations with spirit. I'm going to give you another example. Close your eyes and you pray. And when you pray inside, or you speak inside to your higher truth, that is primary. Now, why is it important for me to help you understand primary? Because everything is happening from primary. Everything. And secondary is you and I talking right now. When you click the video and you're like, oh my God, I'm in Susan's world. And Susan is here and she's looking at me and I'm looking at her and we're like, hey, what's going on? Secondary. It's also where you meet up with other aspects of yourself, but they look different. You'd be like, oh my God, that is Natalie. Oh my God, that is Yelena. Oh my God, that is Michael. Oh my God, that is Jen. You create relationships in secondary. But what are you relating to? What are you relating to? You're relating to all aspects of primary. You're like, but why would I create my world the way it looks? That is a very good question. And we're going to take a deeper dive into that. So inside primary, where spirit lives, is also where your ego lives. It's also where your male and female energy lives. It's all aspects of you that live inside. And it's all aspects of what you think and feel, what you've agreed to, consciously or unconsciously, even in a collective format. So there's a collective primary as well. And the collective primary is what you're giving your agreement to, even if you're pissed off that you have to agree to it. Ever got a speeding ticket in secondary and thought, why would I agree to a cop pulling me over for speeding to create me a ticket? And it pisses you off because you're like, I don't want anyone to monitor me. That would be a creation of collective in primary. A collective agreement that some part of you has agreed to, consciously or unconsciously, to be monitored and to be given tickets. Kind of wild, right? Now, why do I share that with you? Who am I in secondary to you watching me now? It's going to be fun. I am a part of you in primary that you've agreed to consciously or unconsciously to have a conversation with you here in secondary. And good news is it's the same for all of us. So no one is not having this experience. We're just not aware of why we're having the experience. We're not aware of a primary place and a secondary place from which we are experiencing it. And that is why I'm having this conversation with you now, to bring awareness into what you already know, but forgot to remember. That's what these videos are about for us both. The we, me, and all part, right? Is to bring the awareness back to this conversation. Bring the awareness into this conversation that you requested. And that's the best way to describe it right now, which is very cool because I have this new saying. The new saying is, play with the people that are funnest to play with at this point. You can address the meanies that reflect into your world later, but the best people to really hone in on and focus on are the people that reflect the best parts of yourself and of this newfound awareness. And that's what amazing means to me, is having the choice to play with people that can have this conversation. So I create that in my world. And I used to create in my world, oh my God, she's so weird, for a long time. Because I wasn't comfortable with this part of myself, which is, now I look at it and I go, wow, why wasn't I comfortable with this part of myself? Because when my ego would look out into secondary, it would see not this. So then it didn't go looking for this. That's one piece of it. The second piece of it is that when the inner primary part of myself would project this in myself or in others, it felt far removed. So I didn't know how to touch it or feel it or to experience it in a way that felt comfortable to me. So I would judge it, or I would judge myself. Either way, it really is the same reflection, right? And now I'm at a place where the idea of not investigating the depths of amazingness within me feels very silly, because if everything I am saying right now about primary, ooh, did you see that orb go across? That was fun, right? Like, if everything I'm sharing with you right now in secondary has to do with primary, then reconnecting with your light family, whatever that looks like, is going to be a very important piece to this in primary. We don't have to try to fix what we don't know. That's where surrendering and asking for help from your light family is very important. And whatever that looks like for you is A-okay. That's the good news. It doesn't have to have a name, a definition, or religion attached to it to be able to ask for assistance from yourself, inside yourself. So we can do a practice right now, which is a lot of fun. I've been doing them lately in my videos because they're very helpful, but I'm always, forgive me, let's repeat that. I love going inside. I'm not always anything, but I love going inside. So let's go inside together into primary. Let's close our eyes. Dear Mother, Father, God, I know that I am an incredible manifester. You've given me this gift. And as long as I do this solo, without your guidance, without your assistance, without your wisdom, I create really wonky things. And that's not a judgment on my ego. It's just we need to learn and grow right now through your guidance and your love. And I'm asking for that. I'm asking for you to heal the parts in me that ever called myself weird, which directly reflected onto all parts of me inside myself, therefore reflecting outside of me, into persons, places, and things that reinforce that feeling. I don't know how to fix that, but I do know that to feel that, to have any part of me feel that, is not acceptable anymore. And I need your help to heal that in all aspects of me, in all places, parts, particles, and pieces, in all dimensions, shapes, times, and space, in all fragmented parts, particles, and atoms. Cleanse and clear me down of that program system and replace all of those programs with something truly amazing, that I am love, that I am your beautiful spark of light, that I was created from that love and for that love. This doesn't take a PhD, although it is science and it is spirituality all combined, but it's your spirituality. And science is there for all of us to discover that we're atoms and molecules, and quantum is about jumping past what you think you know. Or sorry, you reverse that. Quantum is about seeing that you're more than what meets the eye, and that you are multidimensional, and you are multi-beautiful, and you are multi-amazing, and you are multi-manifesting, and that when you connect to primary, which is your heart, your awareness that you are more than this matter, then you can begin to play the quantum game. The quantum game is fun. You just watch me play it. Do I look sad? No. Those are tears of joy. Those are tears of knowing that I'm finally letting myself out of the cage that I see so many in, and have compassion for all the parts of me that are still in the cage, which is why I'm doing the videos, which is why I created Quantum Conversation, which is why I show you the simplicity of how easy it is to use free will to create a new reality, a new space of love for yourself and for all parts of your reflection. We are the change that we want to see in the world. We are the world in which we see